Hi everyone, my name is Queengurp. This is my 10 travel tips. Tip number 1, bring cash from where you're going. Let's say that I was going to the UK. I would have to take out some pounds to have in cash so that if I lose my card or it stops working or it gets stolen or anything, I have money. So that is a very important first tip that I'm giving to you. Tip number 2 is to not take that many photos with your phone, like selfies, and then posting them online like straight away. Just take in the experience of a foreign country, and if you're going to take photos, I recommend bringing a camera. It's better photos, you get to see more and you get to like focus and get everything, not just like photos, share on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just save that for later because you can transfer from your camera to your phone and just fix that when you get home. Focus on your travel, the country, everything, please. Tip number 3, that is to camp if you can. These days, usually people travel by airplane. My recommendation is that if you have a car, tent, like you can rent cabins or Airbnb or camping car or wagon, use that because then you get to see everything from the beginning to your destination. My family loves to go camping, so we usually travel by car and camping wagon from Bergen to like north of Italy, and we have like driven to England and everything, and it's so amazing because you get to see each and every country from start to finish. If you're traveling through, let's say Germany, you're just like, oh, that looks interesting, and then you can see something extra. If you're just flying over Germany, you never get to see that. So that is a very big tip, and do that if you can. If not, plane is fast and simple. It's up to you. Tip number 4. When you go to a foreign country, you need to respect their cultures and their values. You can't go there demanding that they understand your home culture, because when you travel to a country, you travel for the experience. If you want it to be like home, stay home. Don't be a douchebag making everyone feel bad. In the worst case, you might get in trouble with the police or the government, and nobody wants that. So just be respectful. Just maybe if you don't agree with it, just stay quiet and just be in the moment, respect them, and then when you get home you can rant about it all you want. Just stay cool. It's a vacation, you're supposed to relax. Do it. Tip number 5, take the bus or the train. Taxis are usually so much more expensive. Even though they get you to exactly where you're going, buses or the train gives you a cultural experience like no other. Like you get to interact with people and you get to see them even if they're just like sitting there bored on the subway, or it's different. In the taxi you just get a driver that speaks like kind of English and he's trying to have a conversation with you, or he's talking on the phone with someone he knows. But taxis aren't that great, I think. I think buses and trains are more amazing and you get to see a lot more of the nature and everything. So if you're willing, take the bus or the train. Tip number 6 is to walk around on your own. You should always have a map though, because you don't really want to get lost. You want to know how to get home or how to get to where you're actually going. Don't take like the highway. Like go around, take like sub routes and just see everything. I with my family was recently in Rome, and there we just started to go around getting lost on purpose, and we saw these amazing, calm, beautiful streets with locals eating and drinking, like taking a couple of beers and some wine, and accordion players were just standing there, and enjoying playing music. Not like when you went where everybody else was going. They're just asking for money and making you uncomfortable. Here it was just like making music to create an atmosphere that was so amazingly beautiful and calm and just surreal actually. So I recommend just getting lost on purpose, but always having a map so that you can find your way home. Tip number 7. When you go out to eat, the menus might not be in English. Usually when you go to a foreign country that doesn't speak a lot of English, they're not. So what I recommend you doing is when you have decided what you want, you should take the menu, point, and show it to the waiter. Because that way you get what you want and there will be no misunderstandings. And I have experienced that misunderstandings can cause like fights and people get angry and sad, and it's horrible when you just want to get some dinner. So just point, use your body language, that's the best way, and everything will be fine and you get to eat some amazing food. Tip number 8. Eat where the locals are. This is a great tip, I'm just saying it right now, because if you eat where the locals are, just think, locals usually go where there's good food at a low price. So if you as a tourist go find a place where locals are, you know that there is amazing food and you won't get ripped off. Many restaurants in like big tourist countries have these restaurants that have okay food at high prices. You don't want that. You want these local small restaurants that have the best food and the best atmosphere, and just go for those. Find them and just adapt to how they work, and you will have a great time and you will eat some great food. Tip number 9. Be aware of salesmen. What I mean by this is that if you go to what I said, like big tourist countries, you will have these people usually have, like these days they have toys or selfie sticks or anything small, might be useful, might not be, but they try and push it on you and then they use whatever English they can. So when we were in Rome, they would like push selfie sticks onto us and be like, selfie, selfie, and I didn't want no selfie sticks, so I had to just walk by and I felt so bad, but I don't want to pay for something that I don't need or that I don't want, so you're gonna have to like put on the mask and just ignore them and try to not feel bad, because you don't have to waste a lot of money on stuff that you don't need. If you want that stuff, like go ahead, buy them. That's great. You're helping these people out. But if you don't want them, you can just ignore them and just walk by. Just try not to listen to them. You might get sucked in. Just go. And then lastly, we got tip number 10. Tip number 10 goes like this. No tour guides. The reason why I'm saying this is because in my experience, tour guides are people that rip you off. Usually when we go to big cities as tourists, there are people that like, oh, you can see this and this with the guide and get every information and you can go right through and it will be like perfect and everything. But that usually costs a lot, and we aren't looking to use a lot of money because just getting there took a lot of money. So what we usually do is we investigate and we go online and we check it out. What can we do for free? What can we see on our own? And those kind of things. And usually you get to see the most important things and you don't have to pay for it. You can use your time. You don't have to stress. You can just take it chill and just walk around taking pictures of what you want to have pictures of, and it will be so much better. But I recommend you to use these tour guides if you're like a history freak and if you want to have like a lot of information about this thing, then I recommend them so much because they're really great at that. But if you don't want that, just go on your own. Don't waste your money on that. Just go buy some great food or go shopping or do whatever. Just don't give them your money. So there you have it. That's my 10 travel tips to you. I hope you liked this video and I hope you will support me on. This was my first video, so I hope you won't be too mean to me. I'm trying to grow and I'm learning. So I hope you like this video and subscribe. Thank you. Bye!